got smoke-free satisfaction, you've got the freedom to do things your way.
And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know. And it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I probably felt one of y'all butts as y'all was walking past me. And dares you to say so. I'm not no shame in my game. This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
The most important thing in your life is going to be booty. A man's butt. Booty, getting some booty, is more important than eating food. It's more important than drinking water. If I see a man I like, I tell him like this here. I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. What you want, Tom? What's it gonna be? I asked you a question, Tom. I can't hear you, Tom. You don't answer. Excuse me, I didn't hear you, Tom. I said I don't want to answer. I don't want to do this anymore. Sound like to me you wanted the hard way. Calm down. Now we taking over the prison, so back up. You can't have my booty.
Fast forward to this Sunday night. Interview clips began to be uploaded online under the account L Mucker 2010, confirming Johnson's release after his appearance on the Boondocks over 10 years ago. In the first few videos, Johnson would tease that he has a lot to discuss since being locked up, and would double down on his lack of shame with liking other men's behinds.
This is Fleece Johnson. You know who I am. And we got a lot to talk about. I ain't in prison no more. I'm on the street. But I'm going to tell you, you don't want to hear this one. It's better than the first one. In my book.
For those that don't know, Johnson has been behind bars since the late 70s, originally over an armed robbery case since he was 15 years old. But due to his acts in prison, he would get himself over an extra 30 years. According to reports, Johnson is accused of sexually assaulting 157 men while in police custody. It also has been claimed that Johnson even assaulted a corrections officer, which added to those additional years. It's been unclear as to when exactly Johnson was released, but his return puts a small amount of fear in a few, knowing that he's back on the streets. Boondocks writer and voice actor Carl Jones would catch wind of Johnson's latest appearance and shared his reaction on Instagram. While sharing a piece of Johnson's new interview, he would caption, "Because I played this dude on the Boondocks, I'm low-key kinda scared that he's out."
In short, the show's portrayal is grotesque for a reason. The satire lies in absurdity. By making the villain so cartoonishly evil and delusional, it exposes the horrifying reality that people like Fleece Johnson actually exist, and that our prisons incubate this behavior. It also invites the audience to question why we treat it as entertainment. As one recent commentator notes, Fleece Johnson's story is truly shocking, a terrifying glimpse into a world hidden from view, where survival instincts become something truly shocking. The episode captures that shock and turns it back on the viewer, forcing us to confront our morbid fascination with violence.
This is the third time your boys have been caught fighting this quarter, Mr. Freeman. This time it was a brawl against 5 other boys.
What happened to him?
He got in the way.
You have 2 options, Mr. Freeman. The first is that both of your boys are expelled from school.
I'll take that one. Pick that one, Granddad.
And what's the other?
We send your boys to prison.
Who though?
Don't you think that's a little...
This is a permission slip for our Scared Stiff program. Delinquent students visit a real jail so they can interact with real inmates and see the real future that awaits them if they continue with their pathological behavior.
Ooh, I changed my mind, Granddad. Pick jail, pick jail, pick jail, pick jail. Please let me go to jail.
Tom, do you have something you'd like to share with the group? Why, yes, I do. My name is Tom, and I am no longer afraid of going to prison and being... That's fantastic, Tom. And to prove it, tomorrow I'm going to prison.
Did he say...
I've agreed to chaperone a Scared Stiff program. I'm taking a group of troubled youths to prison so they can mend their ways. Well, that's excellent, Tom.
Whoa, man. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. See, Tom is going to face his fears head on, and he's going to walk out of that prison with his rectum and his peace of mind in...
That's the thing to do, Tom.
Anybody want to come with me? No?
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every dunk.
I'm getting back on track with Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals at Erica Chefs. This saves us so much time when we're chasing around our toddler.
I can get all the nutrition I need without having to obsess over it. I never run out of tasty, nutritious dinners thanks to Factor.
Factor has over 40 different dinner options.
Like
Honey, it is great that you're making so much progress with the therapy, but I just don't want you to think you have to prove anything to anyone.
Oh, honey.
Look, I'm not worried about your safety, but I'd hate for you to have a bad experience and go back to how you were.
You know, I was thinking about becoming a defense attorney. But how can I do that if I'm too scared to step foot in prison? How would I meet with the clients?
Wow, Tom, I had no idea.
Imagine it, sweetie. Saving people from instead of sending them to it. And that's what this trip is about. These boys need this trip. They don't fear jail at all, which means they'll probably end up there if no one does anything. Don't you see, honey? If I'm afraid to live my life, then the pists win. My is going to be fine. And I'm going to make sure those young boys are just fine, too.
Pause.
Okay, guys, remember to stay with the group at all times. And remember, nothing metal in your pockets. The guards will take it away from you, and you won't get it back, okay? Okay, this is it.
All right. My name is Uncle Ruckus, volunteer corrections officer. Next stop, Willie Harden Maximum Security Prison. Now, you white children, be prepared. This is gonna be like a trip to the zoo. But do not worry, your Uncle Ruckus will protect you. And as for you, well, this just gonna be like a trip to the future. So it should be exciting for everybody. Come on aboard.
Okay, we got him. All right. Wait, where's Riley? Riley, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Give it here. Come on. Riley, I am very disappointed in you. Now go get on that bus.
We going inside, Mr. Dubois. Anything can happen in there. I got to have my shank. You want me to make you one? I brought an extra toothbrush.
Now.
Man, if something happens, it's your fault. Anything can happen in there. Something happens, it's your fault. We going inside, Mr. Dubois.
Shock kids nowadays. They already know what goes on in jail, but we do our best to scare the living out of them.
I know some of y'all here today because y'all think jail is cool. But see, y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. Ain't cool about jail. Ain't nothing cool about it. I've been here 10 years, and I ain't never getting out. Never. I ain't do much, just somebody. It ain't like they ain't have it coming. He sure did. See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive system designed to keep down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, look? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
The prison industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
Did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little, but you left one thing out, little. Show of hands, how many people ever the man? How many people ever been by a man? All up, 100%. You can't get no higher than that. You step in here, you get right up the motherfucking brown eye, baby. That's right. I the few myself. I ain't really enjoy it. Not that much. Not that felt good to the motherfucker, though. So I ain't let that kiss me or nothing, but I did tell that. I ain't gonna lie about it. But that's what the man's oppressive system did to me. Now me, I'm more of a romantic type. I'll still you, but I'll definitely stroke your head lovingly while I do it. See, because I want you to like it. Now you don't have to like it, but I'll. Sorry, I was distracted by that fine right there. What's your name, fine? What's your name?
Don't think that's
Tom.
Okay, now let's talk about Tom. Tom is the type of nigga that gives us dreams up in here. Medium brown, soft features, tall and in shape, but still soft and squishy. Now, I like to put the jelly inside my then put some of this peanut butter on top of it. I call it a peanut butter jelly and sandwich. But Tom here will be calling it lunch. Yeah, nigga. You know what the system does when you come to prison? They strip you. They strip you mentally, emotionally, and they strip you butt ass. You looking at punch you right in your fucking temple. Give me your clothes.
You're supposed to be scared of the kids.
I said, give me your clothes. Start with your shoes. Hurry up. You need some help?
I got it. Now you see this, kids? You really don't want this to happen to you, okay?
And your shirt, too. Hurry up. Okay, kids, y'all just looking, huh? Tom just got the manhood test, and he failed. He should have knocked the fucking head off. And you know what that means, don't you? Tom, you get. When you go to prison, the most important thing in your life is going to be booty. Y'all better listen to a man's butt. Booty, getting some booty, is more important than eating food. It's more important than drinking water. If I see a man I like, I tell him like this here. I like you. He like you. And I want you. And he wants you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. What you want, Tom? What's it gonna be? I asked you a question, Tom. Say it, Tom. Excuse me, I didn't hear you, Tom.
I said I don't want to answer. I don't want to do this anymore.
Sound like to me you wanted the hard way. Now we taking over the prison, so back up.
The countdown to School Year's Eve is here. Grab all their faves for the biggest day of the year.
Did you know you can qualify for a free breast pump through your insurance? Aeroflow Breast Pumps works with most major insurance providers. Plus, you can qualify for milk storage bags, lactation services, and
The episode's framing around a Scared Stiff program directly satirizes real-life Scared Straight programs, which were popular in the 1980s and 1990s. Such programs take at-risk youth into prisons hoping that exposure to hardened inmates will deter criminal behavior. Decades of research have shown these programs often backfire. In fact, multiple studies and meta-analyses conclude that Scared Straight approaches increase delinquency and recidivism among participants rather than reducing it. One Florida juvenile justice report bluntly states, doing nothing would have been better than exposing juveniles to Scared Straight. In fact, a major review flatly concludes, Scared Straight programs and other juvenile awareness programs do not deter crime and result in higher likelihood of juvenile delinquency. The idea that a field trip to a prison will magically reform kids is not just flawed, it's dangerous. As one study bluntly notes, these confrontational tours often increase youth arrests and delinquency. We can't help but whisper to ourselves, we saw this coming. Each shout from an inmate, each barbed threat, doesn't teach them caution, it hammers fear into their bones.
Go with the cameras, man. Back the up. I want everybody on this stage to take your boots and your sneakers off right now. Take off. You big fat shot. Did you tell my man you had an attitude problem? You gonna allow the lights to get you? You big fat young dumb. That's right. Huh? Why you coming today, you big fat funny look? Why you coming today? Can you talk? Yeah. Why you coming today then? See, this dumb fucker don't really know why he came here. Get your ass over here. Crawl over here. Come over here for a minute. Get over there. Get over there in the line. Let's boy right here to this big fat tell you back up. Get the off the goddamn stage. Get the off the stage. I'm in this fucking, and look at me, little boy. What you doing in my house today? And if you tell me I'm fucking lie, I'm gonna mush your face up. And why is you here? No. You messed up. Yo, my man right there in the Navy shirt. What, you want some type of attention or something? Huh? You want some type of attention? Huh? Then why the you ain't keeping your eyes on me? Didn't I just say keep your eyes on the man that's in front of you, boy? Huh? Can you understand? Yeah. Make me repeat myself again. I swear to God, I'm ass up on the stage. Look at me. You see this face. You remember this face. But you never want to meet like me. You understand? That's right. They call me Crazy Chris. That's right. Crazy Chris, the Nightmare Man. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna abuse you. Let them know. That's right. White boys, man. How the y'all gonna survive in the prison? White boys? What's your name, man? Bridget. Say it loud. Like we happen to be Bridget. Look at me and tell me. Give me a mind. That's right. That's right. Look at me. Turn all the way around. What's your name? Bridget. Who the you belong to today? Who you belong to today, right? Don't make me break. That's right. That's right. That's right. Stick your tongue in his mouth. Who you belong to? You the right you do. You'll get crushed, man. I'ma crush you, son. I'ma crush you. Trust me, son. Apologize for disrupting this tour. Apologize. There you go. Sorry for disrupting the tour. Nigga, who you talking about? You sorry to them, or you sorry to them, or you sorry to me, motherfucker? Sorry to everybody. You sorry to everybody. Now get your ass on back in the line, and I'm spitting in your face, and I know you don't like no motherfucker. Spitting in your face, and ain't no thing you can do about it. Get corny as hell, bro. Coming to somebody goddamn prison. I'ma tell you what happened to a young like you. That's why I had to clean the cell, wash my drawers and socks. What else and you had it'll be your big stinking ass too. Don't get it. Come here. Hold on to my shirt. That's how that goes. That's it. And just because come in and read all them black history books, listen to Malcolm X, all this other dumb, don't make me your brother's keeper. That's right, that's the reality. Because you'll be like me than a dog, yo. Just like I had that white boy walking up that stage. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. We will eat you alive.
The show ridicules this bait as well. Tom Dubois claims to have conquered his fear of prison rape simply by watching an episode of Oz, yet this hollow bravado is quickly shattered. Moreover, Huey's impromptu critique of the prison industrial complex adds another layer. Huey defines it with bitter clarity. A collusion of government and private interests that turns prisons into catch-all solutions for social problems. This mirrors real-world arguments made by scholars like Ruth Wilson Gilmore, who call the PIC an infrastructure of racial capitalism. In the episode, the Scared Stiff trip becomes a PR exercise, posing as a noble civic duty, but in reality, it's part of a system that sees incarcerated youth as workforce, revenue, or political theater. Huey even humorously notes the violence and exploitative labor that come bundled with education, deflating the institution's propaganda. Tom leads them inside, hopeful yet naive. This scared, straight program should save them, he thinks. A quick trip to toughen up his community's youth. But as the cold clank of cell doors seals them in, it feels like diving into a nightmare. Inmates circle them like sharks around prey. Huey stands quiet, arms crossed, assessing it all. Riley cracks wise to mask how scared he is. We sit with them, hearts pounding in those echoed halls. The lie of "we'll scare them straight" dies one scared cry at a time. In practice, race still shapes every encounter in that prison cell block. Forms of fear and prejudice run deep in every character's dialogue, yet Huey's steady reflection suggests a continental critique. If blackness is still framed as threat in the national psyche, then boot camp visits like this only reinforce the very fears they claim to dispel. Huey's defining of the prison industrial complex is an explicitly critical race-style move. He calls out institutional motives rather than individual pathologies. By the end of the visit, the intended terror has done something else. The kids are shaken, not enlightened. Riley's face is pale. Huey's eyes burn with quiet anger as if pinpointing the bigger joke. Tom never expected to conquer his fear by traumatizing others, yet he's about to learn that fear is no cure. Critics of mass incarceration emphasize that the U.S. has become the world's largest jailer, with black men imprisoned at about 6.5 times the rate of white men. This stark statistic shows the racial gap that any scared straight program ignores. By exaggerating the program's absurdity field trip, literally running from danger, the episode suggests that fear-mongering isn't a cure, it's just more spectacle. Research confirms this. Exposing kids to prison trauma often makes them more likely to reoffend. In combining the boot camp trope with commentary on the prison industrial complex, the episode cuts at the heart of American penal policy. Huey's precise but stern narration of the system's faults shows how the Boondocks uses satire to unpack complex ideas. What appears as juvenile humor is in fact a sharp indictment of how society treats incarcerated people and how it sells that treatment. Assault in prison is a taboo few comedies dare address, but here it becomes central. The booty warrior is a stock figure of hypermasculinity twisted into predation. He expresses the ultimate horror for the educator Tom that a grown man could become an object of inmate violence, and for Huey, an awakening of personal vulnerability. Scholars note that prison environments breed a particular brand of violence. Norms of toughness, aggression, and heteronormativity create what one legal scholar calls destructive masculinities. Men who do not conform, the weak, the feminized, or even other aggressive men, can become targets. In the Booty Warrior's world, dominance is wielded as power. As one commentator on Fleece Johnson explains, his catchphrase, "the easy way or the hard way," became a hallmark of his presence, reflecting the brutal logic of survival and intimidation in prison. The Boondocks echoes this. The Booty Warrior literally forces his victims into a corner, threatening the choice of fight or compliance, underscoring how sexual violence is about asserting control in a place where autonomy is stripped away. Narratives around prison rape often carry racial overtones. Unfortunately, stereotypes persist. Black inmates are more often portrayed as predators and white inmates as victims. This reflects broader social biases. In reality, any inmate can be vulnerable, and some prisoners become perpetrators as a twisted means of self-protection. Huey's calm in the face of the Booty Warrior subverts the stereotype of the white victim by refusing to panic or become a martyr. He treats the violence as a problem of the system, not a personal failing. Analyses of prison rape culture emphasize that it involves not just individual violence but a systematic culture of male dominance and sexual terror. The Boondocks episode dramatizes this by turning the horror into a character, the Booty Warrior, while simultaneously showing Huey reading beyond the sensationalism. By presenting prison rape in satirical form, the episode forces uncomfortable reflection. It asks, why do we laugh when confronted with this image? Perhaps because the exaggeration exposes a secret fear. But beyond the shock, Huey's philosophical stance is that the problem is structural. As one former inmate, Fleece Johnson, remarked of prison life, booty was more important than food, meaning survival could depend on one's utility or dominance. That grim formula is echoed in the Booty Warrior's warped logic, making satire a way to digest what would otherwise be unbearable. Step into the showers and the camera catches a universal law. Here, pain is power. The Booty Warrior reminds us in grinning revelry, a man's butt, more important than food or water. It's a grotesque mantra, but it tells us how prison measures worth. We remember a scholar's phrase from years of studying this world: prisons forge a hegemonic masculinity, where respect is won only through dominance and brutality. Imagine it. The yard becomes its own savage marketplace.
Coming in that hostages are being held inside the prison. Oh my God, I can't believe this!
Hello, 911 emergency.
Oh my God, listen! You have to help! Help me, please!
Sir, please calm down. What's your emergency?
I'm inside William Horton Maximum Security Prison, and they attacked the guards. I think there's a riot happening. They've got hostages, too. Children. Oh my God, I left the children!
Sir, where did you say you were again?
I'm inside the prison. How long before the cops come in and save us?
Well, I wouldn't hold your breath. Yeah, I got a guy on the phone that says he's at Horton Prison. I don't know, Elias. Sir, have you yet?
No! question is that?
Hello? Hello. You have a collect call from a correctional facility from... Do you accept the call?
Yes, yes.
Honey!
Oh, Tom, what's wrong?
I was in the prison and Riley had a shake and I didn't throw it away and then it started a riot.
God damn it. Who let that booty get away? Don't look at me. I was fighting with the guards. Well, what do we do now? Ask him. It was his idea. Thought y'all had some kind of escape plan worked out or something. Well, no escape plan. A booty is more important than escaping. So I said to myself, when I seen that shank, this is an opportunity for me to get some booty. That was it? I thought you had demands. Oh, I had demands. I had demands to get some booty. I thought this was supposed to be some Attica type. Now, how y'all think that make me feel? Y'all let the booty get away. Now I got to go hunt down the booty. Damn. Tom, please, do what you want to them two little gorilla chimps over there. But leave these beautiful little white children alone.
Are you gonna us?
Do we look like priests? We ain't gonna hurt no kids.
No, that's good. But it is okay if you do hurt them.
I did not just say we ain't gonna hurt no kids. So, and let me think.
No plan, huh?
Hey, we didn't exactly put a whole lot of thought into this, you know what I'm saying? Guess we just kind of, got caught up in the moment.
You have grievances, right? Well, you got hostages. Might as well make the best of it. Make a list of reasonable demands in exchange for the hostages, and this might all work out.
Hey, yo, what y'all think? Should we try to, you know what I'm saying, negotiate with these for stuff? Well, there's definitely some things I'd like to see change. Me too. Well, if we gonna do this shit, we need to do it right. We can't just be acting like a bunch of wild ignorant out there just be shouting out demands and shit. We got the black president now.
Ha! Good luck. Baboon Bomber being here soon, too.
Hey, you ain't too fat and ugly to get...
I apologize for my outburst.
Let the kids. I gotta go back for the kids.
Honey, just stay there. Let the professionals handle it.
No, this is all bad. Well, I have to make it right. I love you, sweetie.
Tom, no! Please don't be brave. Bravery isn't your thing.
I love you, sweetie. If I don't come back, tell Jasmine to die.
The episode also engages with racial discourse. Set in a minuscule, mostly white suburb, The Boondocks often plays with the myth of a post-racial society. Huey, the conscious hipster, drips with cynicism about any such notion. Huey's ride in a prison bus of white school kids contrasts with the reality of young black boys more likely to end up there. The episode can also be read through an Afro-pessimist lens. Thinkers like Frank Wilderson argue that black existence in America is marked by a state of social death, a structural exclusion reminiscent of slavery. The fear of the Booty Warriors' violence is tied up with the long history of black male bodies being targets of white violence and vice versa. In Huey's eyes, the caricature of Fleece Johnson isn't just a criminal oddity. He is a product of a social system designed around anti-blackness. Huey even quips that the Booty Warriors' horror reflects how American culture is obsessed with white innocence and black predation, an inversion that recent scholarship says is a recurring theme in prison myths. What does this nightmare mean beyond the prison walls? We back up and the camera pans out. The prison industrial complex looms vast. In the United States today, that complex is no myth. It is an engine of profit and politics, the overlapping interests of government and industry that use imprisonment as a solution to economic, social, and political problems. As activists warn, every guard's paycheck, every prison phone call, every senator's tough-on-crime press release spins that wheel. The cells we enter on screen are built and bankrolled by this system. Picture the statistics flashing up. 2.3 million Americans in cages at any time, almost 1 in 100 adults. The U.S. has under 5% of the world's population, yet it locks up nearly 20% of the world's prisoners. That's a country drowning in bars and handcuffs. We remember Michelle Alexander's warning in The New Jim Crow. Nothing has contributed more to the systemic mass incarceration of people of color in the United States than the war on drugs. Huey might have said it himself. This isn't abstract politics, it's the daily reality of black and brown communities. Laws on paper claim to be race neutral, but in the courthouse hall they echo with a different truth.
Okay, So all the motions brought before this committee to add a demand to the official list of demands will be ratified with a majority vote.
Unless that demand is vetoed from the committee chief executive, at which point it will require a two-thirds majority vote to pass.
So who gets to be the chief executive? I'm the fucking chief executive. I didn't vote for you. I thought this was the democracy, you autocratic. Come over here and say that shit, and I'll turn your teeth upside down.
The chief executive is a rotating office to be held by each member of the executive riot committee in order of prison ID number for a period not to exceed 90 minutes time.
Well, wait a goddamn minute. Who the is this executive riot committee? Us. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, good. First motion to introduce a demand for ratification. All in favor. Brother Huey, let the record show that the motion is passed. Yeah. Please add to the official list of demands. Okay, next motion. Wait, isn't that covered? Hold up. And white is two different things. So then we have to go back and amend the previous demand to specify white. Why we all gotta have a white? Because you got a white. To me, it's a wasted demand. They never gonna give us a white. They never give us one if we don't ask. We got to stand up and not just demand but white. I want me and the last beggars can't be choosers. We already asking all right? We have white hostages. We have the strategic leverage to get white. Man, now y'all being too picky, man. Yo, man, look, what I'm saying. Look, why can't y'all and be happy with whatever we get up in here? I guess you never heard the phrase, yes, we can. It's my God-given right as an inmate to have a white.
That's not a God-given right for an inmate, or anyone else, really.
Oh, well, I may not have a God-given right to white, but I do have a God-given right to ask for white. Yeah, I guess. Right bitches do. Hey, he's right. Motion to add white to the official list of demands. Everyone in favor? Motion passes. Please add white to the official list of demands. Okay, next motion.
Then there's the dream sold to us, post-racial America. After the 2008 election, many exhaled, thinking the hard chapter of race was closed, but standing here among these inmates, that dream withers. We recall a voice from the real world. To call America post-racial is to deny the obvious. As one critic noted, it means pretending racial prejudice and discrimination do not exist. Yet decades after MLK, the color of one's skin still predicts your fate on the streets and in the cells. Huey would scoff at the notion. He grew up with ruckus praising whiteness even as he's white himself. This ride to prison is the same story. It's all different faces now, but the same old lines. Listening to Wilderson's words, we can't help but